Oh yeah, well hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today welcome to another Worship on Wheels. Yes, I said friends. You know why? Because today is about friendship. It's about real friends, not the fly-by-night fair weather friends that you see on the TV, because you know all that's nonsense. You know that anyway. I don't know what this guy is doing, but apparently he's not doing it with a massive amount of speed. I think he might be a little lost or turned around. These old country roads, you just have to be patient. If you find someone who doesn't really know where they're going, this is what they do. Yeah, 20 miles an hour, man. All right, so friendship, man, friendship. Let's watch a little movie clip and share a Bible verse, and we'll talk about friendship right after that.
Never even heard of anything like that. Nothing. Where is he?
Walking on water.
Let's hope he's got another miracle up his sleeve. If they were my brothers, I'd want revenge too.
No, make no mistake. Not revenge he's after. It's a reckoning.
Doc, sorry to be in bed. What are you doing this for anyway?
Wide up is my friend.
I got lots of friends.
I don't.
So the Bible verse this week is 1 Samuel chapter 18, verse 1, speaking of Jonathan and David when they became true friends. Now it came about when he had finished speaking to Saul that the soul of Jonathan was knit to the soul of David, and Jonathan loved him as himself. All right, so there you have it. A little friendship. You know, old Doc, man, you know, when he said, I don't, I think that describes most of us, doesn't it? I think most of us don't have a lot of friends. If you do, I mean, more power to you. I just don't think I could maintain that many friendships, just to be quite honest with you. Because I do take being a good friend very seriously. You know, I've got a few good friends, and that's not to say I'm a really great guy, because I'm not necessarily that great. But I know that when I have issues, that these guys, they're my go-tos. And if I call them, they're going to be there. If there's breath in their body and gas in their tank, they're going to come on over. If they have the physical prowess to get out of the bed at 2 a.m., they would do it for me. And I know that. You know, we talk about, you know, your souls being knit. You know, it's like almost this chemical equation that occurs in true friendship, right? Where you're bond like this molecular level. It's crazy. All of a sudden we're elements, we're different elements, and together those elements come together and create something quite wonderful. Bird eating him a dead deer. I'm going to share a picture right here, and this picture is one that a friend of mine made for me at a very difficult time in my life. It was taken back in the late 90s, and he and I used to go mountain bike riding together a lot. It was just a wonderful time to spend with him. He was always such a good friend. He still is. But back then, man, we could do anything. We could say anything to each other, you know, because we were young. We're the new boat, right? Friendship is like a ship. It's a boat. It's something that you have to take care of. Well, you know, when you get a new boat, how do you treat it? Man, you get that thing, you polish it up, you take real good care of it, but you run it pretty hard because it's new, man, and you want to run it through its paces. So you got that thing, you're wide open out in the water, you're bouncing over wake, you're hitting oyster bars, you're hitting all kinds of stuff out there, and you're just digging it. And when something tears up, you fix it, you go back out and you do it again. And that's how a boat thing is. Well, friendships are the same way. You know, you can joke coarsely, you can kind of pick on each other, you know, whether it's about your weight or your successes or your failures or any of that sort of stuff. And life is good. Life is good. You laugh, and it's fun. As you get a little bit older, though, your friendships change. Not that you grow less close. You can if you don't maintain it. You will. But if you maintain it, you realize that old friendship, that little ship that you're on, it's changed a little bit. You know, it doesn't have the luster and the new boat smell anymore, but you trust it more because it's proved itself. And you know that you can go out into a rough sea where you can ride and in slow comfort, and you can count on it because it's been dependable and it's never let you down. And when it did, it was something that could be fixed because you still have it after all these years. And now it's more special to you. Now not only does it have intrinsic value, it has sentimental value. Your friendships should be the same way. You know, as we get a little bit older, we do have to be more sensitive to each other. We do. Because all of our decisions now have all come to fruition, right? How your children turn out, your success in your career, your home, your marriage, all of those things have all come to roost. They've come to fruition. And you look back at your life, and some of those things may have been successes and others failures. And a true friend can recognize that and love you through it. And that's when the old ship is just a little bit older. But then you approach to where the ship is an antique. Now it's more fragile, requires a lot more maintenance. You know, the old fragility of a hull as it's gotten hot and cold in the water, you know, cracks in the gel coat or scratches in the varnish. Take constant maintenance, constant diligence. And the love of an old boat, man, the people that love them, they are constantly working on them. It's just like us on these motorcycles. They're the same way, the same passion with those little ships. Well, likewise, your friend is the same way. He's the same way. He's more delicate. He's more scratched up. He's more beat up. He's tend to break easier. And so are you. You're prone to hit something. The oyster bar that would have just put a small fracture in the boat now would knock a big hole in it. You know, years ago when me and my buddy were sailing, you know when you do a crossing in a small sailboat, it's best to do it with other people. In fact, people in big motor yachts, and normally when they cross over to the Bahamas, they do it in a little group, a little convoy of 2 or 3 boats. That way, if there's a problem, you know, you got help. Those friends, you know, the world will sink you. It will absolutely do it. And my prayer is that when the world all of a sudden punches a hole in your life, that as opposed to sinking, you have a friend that pulls up beside you, shores your boat up, and pulls you safely to shore. Because that, my friend, is what true friends are all about. Whether you have one or whether you have many, there's really no consequence. I just pray that you have a friend in your life. All right. Well, there you have it. Another Worship on Wheels in the books. Go be a good friend. And remember, you, yes, you are loved, and that is a great, great thing. Now, you go change the world, and I'll see you on the road real soon. I'm going to go for a ride.